Hi, my name is Eldine. We're at the Commercial UAV show here in Las Vegas, and we're showing off the AirPeak, the Sony AirPeak. The really unique features of the AirPeak is that it's 100% built by Sony. The only thing that we don't build ourselves is the Gremsy T3 gimbal, but this one is manufactured specifically for Sony cameras with a unique interface that you have full control while you're using the AirPeak system. So a couple of quick specs on the AirPeak. We build it from the propellers to the propulsion system. Sony's the largest sensor manufacturer in the world, so there's obviously many sensors on here. We've got stereoscopic on all sides, so it's an extremely safe drone to fly. It's also very responsive and very fast. One of the things with the stiffness of the propellers and the high velocity propulsion system, it's very stable in very high winds. So even if you get into a high wind situation, the drone is not going to dip or balloon as it stables itself, but it can actually balance. And that's good for a number of different reasons, which I'm going to get into the different applications in a second. So the main function with using the AirPeak is being able to integrate or into our system with the alpha cameras, right? Now we have a lot of different cameras that obviously have a lot of different purposes. So everything from the Alpha 1, which can shoot up to 8K video, 50 megapixel stills up to 30 frames a second. Then we have the Alpha 1, the 7S3, the FX3, those can all do high frame rate video with low light sensitivity. So up to 120 frames per second 4K video, obviously everything in between that as well in intra. And the beauty about being able to get that kind of video in 8K or 4K is it can be integrated into workflows specifically in production. So if you're in a Hollywood production and you're using maybe a cinema line camera, an FX3, an FX6, an FX9, you can integrate that look and feel and the same color grading, the same S-Log picture profile, for instance, from your aerial footage into the ground footage without any issues, including your lensing options, which is really fantastic. Now for still photography, we have the 61 megapixel R series. We obviously have the 50 megapixel Alpha 1, and those can be used for multiple purposes, either for photography, but in a situation like we are at Commercial UAV, there's a lot of industrial applications. So whether it's tower inspection or architectural or infrastructure inspection, it could be photogrammetry. Having a higher resolution camera gives you a lot of other benefits. So time is money. It's going to save you time because you're going to take fewer photos. You're going to be in the air for shorter periods of time. You can go from site to site a lot quicker because you're taking fewer images at a higher resolution. So you're getting higher quality, higher resolution in shorter time space, and that also means you're stitching fewer files together. So a lot of benefits with the different payloads. So the main benefit here is being able to switch those payloads out depending on your use case, on your industry. So whether it's film and production, whether it's photography, whether it's commercial or industrial use case, the AirPeak fits into all of these categories. Now, quick talking about the flight controllers. We can have single op or dual op or even automated flight. So in a single operator, you'll have the AirPeak controller utilizing an iPad with Sony's software. You can fly using the FPV or POV camera and then control the attached camera that's below by simply switching between the two screens. The beauty of having an integrated system with the Gremsy and the Sony is you have full camera control. So it's not a case of setting and forgetting, setting a position, going out and letting your camera do its thing and then bringing it back and hoping you get the shot. You can actually go and do touch focus, there's peaking displays, you can do manual focus, you can then control your exposure, or if you need to control, for instance, your aperture shutter or ISO. So there's a lot of integrated camera control directly from the flight application. Now the dual operation application would be utilizing two controllers. One would be controlling the aircraft as a pilot, and the second would be controlling the camera. And then the third application would be an automated flight. So you could set a mission, you could either program a mission or you could fly a mission and save it and then refly that mission again. And there's multiple benefits for that. Let's say I'm doing a tower inspection, I can have that mission set to go around a tower. Or if I'm doing a movie production, I can have a blocked out shot that we can fly that and save a mission and then tell AirPeak to go and fly those missions automatically. And while it's flying in autonomous mode, I can then control the camera. So a lot of benefits of doing either single operation, dual operation, or even automated flight with an operator. And then Finally, while we're here, we're showing off some prototype units behind me. It's a new RTK kit that we're coming out with antenna, a module that fits onto AirPeak. It clips on or it bolts on really easily. You can simply upgrade your own AirPeak at will with a base station. We've got an extended life batteries that are coming, plus a battery station which can store up to 10 batteries. It can charge up to 8, 4 at a time in sequence. So you can make sure that you're always optimized with fully charged batteries before flight. It has an intelligent system to decharge batteries as well for transportation. So those are new accessories that we're going to be bringing to the market pretty soon. So that's it. It's Aldine Nordier from Sony AirPeak here at Commercial UAV.